On November 1st, we're having an event here at the Jimmie Rodgers Museum called Keeping Time. Mississippi Digital Humanities is coming to help us. We will be doing some oral histories. So if you've never heard of an oral history, the way that works is you have a story. You might have a story about the festival. I've had people tell me stories about when Elvis came and slept on the stage at the Temple Theater. If you have a story like that, that's what we're looking for. We are trying to just catalog the history of the festival. Thank God for all of the people who kept this festival going over the years. But I don't have a lot of records, and people ask me things like, who won the festival in 1963? And I have absolutely no idea. So if you have any of that information, please help us to catalog the history. A lot of people have given us programs, and that has been really helpful. So we're going to be able to use that. And actually for this event, you do not have to give us your artifacts. You can let us borrow it just a few minutes. We just want to carefully scan it or photograph it, and then we can put it into our digital collection. And it will be available for the whole world to use in the Mississippi Digital Humanities Library. If you can get it here, it's not too big. So any and all artifacts, we would actually come to you sometimes, but for this event, we're asking people to come to our museum. We had somebody give us like a Hillbilly Music Day plate, a commemorative plate, and that was actually the commemorative plate for the second festival. This is from when Jimmie Rodgers had run away with the medicine show at 13 years of age. You can see the date says 1911. My dear Aunt Dora, working at Mr. Tuggle's. I quit the showman because he wouldn't treat me right. Mr. T is paying me 50 cents a day and board, and I like my work. Well, I have many friends here and a sweet little girl too. Yours truly, James Rodgers, 13 years old. If you have letters, if you have an autographed picture, if you have a story about Elsie McWilliams, who wrote for Jimmie Rodgers, or even any kind of Mississippi cultural story, a story about the trains in Mississippi, if you have a story about Weidman's, it's our oldest restaurant in Mississippi. If you have a story or an old photograph or anything that helps us piece together and preserve the cultural history in this town that is so rich and so wonderful that the whole world comes to find out about. This is the very first fan club pin. Jimmie Rodgers had the very first fan club of any musician, and this is one that Jim Evans had made, and people would wear it. It's got the little pin like that on the back. This is one of the earliest items that was used at the festival, and I honestly don't know much about it. So if you can help me with this story, this is what we need. We need your help. People who have, been a part of this for decades or who were able to be a part of it in the past, we need you to come or call me, email me. My information is easy to find on our website. This is part of the Mississippi Congressional Delegation, and I have to read it because I just found out about this grant. It's the National Historic Publications and Records Commission. That's very important. We're very grateful for that funding.